Okay, the next update video, and sorry about the last two videos being uploaded late, especially this one. It's because I don't have the internet here at home. We will have it, I'm not sure exactly when, but yeah, that's for future me. But for now, the library is still closed, so I have been using the internet there to upload my videos. So this one's late. I'm doing it okay. Sorry about all that. Now down to business. Why you're here to watch the video to find out what's been going on. So far, personally, the SSI is still going good and great, and the payments and everything. Don't have any issues there. So I've been able to get the clothing I've needed, which is great. Especially all those bras I needed, a whole new set. And there's a few I'm still debating whether or not to get. But I have a whole set now. And I've noticed some things that's happened with my body with the new bras. It's like before, I've mentioned, every time I go up a cup size, because I have shallow, wider set breasts, it's because it's mostly the shallow part, not how they sit, but mostly the tops here aren't completely filled in. That's why it's shallow. It takes a lot longer for bras to fit 100%. Even though they do fit, it's not like the ultimate 100% fit. I have to wait for the fullness to fill in, which it's been doing that, which is this last month. It's been crazy with my hormone cycle because I was, there's been a few days where I was late taking my prescription, the bicalutamide and the progesterone, and the micronized progesterone. And I've noticed something this last month with my hormone cycle. It's acting like cyclically, taking the progesterone cyclically. So the same days I mentioned before, where I really want sex and I feel my sex drive more during that time, I was this last month, even though I'm taking the progesterone every single day. But once I get all of my prescriptions in my system, it does help to calm that down. And the days that would be hormonally my time in the month, because I took the prescriptions a little bit late, I've been noticing the cramps during those times. Even last month I noticed that a little bit, but this month I really noticed it, and I was like, even after I took it during the day, I noticed a few cramps. I'm like, really? My body's reacting to it this way when it should be doing it this other way. And I'm like, but there was just really minor. Maybe like 2 or 3 times I felt it instead of like the whole 6 days I usually would have. So yeah, that's happened. Which in turn, it's not constantly, I've been feeling it with my breasts, how they've been growing. They're still growing. I've been feeling it more on the right side, and it hurts because I don't feel on the right side that often. So when I do feel on the right side, it hurts more. It feels like it hurts more, I should say. And they've been itching and hurting, but it's not like how before it'd be like almost all the time and growing really slow. It's actually doing more significant growing whenever I feel it. But then I've been noticing also around the areola, it's not as much of a mound on the mound as much lately. So it's becoming less and less. That tells me My breasts are becoming close to a stage 5 of breast growth, like a Tanner stage 5, and almost done completely growing. So that's kind of interesting. I've been noticing that it hurts, it itches, they're still growing. I still have the mound on the mound, but it's not all the time I'm having the mound on the mound. I've been noticing, like, sometimes in the morning, because I do check my body to see how things are going, because you should do that for your general health. So you know if something goes bad, not doing what's supposed to, you can get it checked out with the doctor and get things fixed. So, since it's getting less and less, I know, like I've been saying this whole time, since, like, I don't know how long I've been saying this, my breasts are going to be a 32 triple D, and they are. It may not look that huge and significant, as you can see, because they're not completely filled in, especially up here. It's not, I'm not top heavy. So, yeah, so you can see that difference. And it's just so close to being to that goal I've been striving for such a long time. And I've decided, the way I've been feeling with it all, that regarding the everything, I just want to be a large, full 32 triple D for my size and shape. That means for my shallow, wide-set breasts, I wanted that to be a large 32 triple D, which they're getting there. And I don't want them bigger. If they do get bigger, then they do. But I've already decided that's where I want. And based on how I've been feeling with my dysphoria, the mind-body connection with my breasts are the strongest it's ever been. And I haven't been having dysphorias about that. I just wish they were fully filled in for the size they are. And that's this little last bit I still need to finish changing. Regarding other personal things in my life, how I was saying the neighbor that was kicked out for stealing, the whole long story short, the room was contaminated due to drug use, meth specifically, but it's the rest of the house isn't contaminated. So me and my brother started, because you can do it yourself if you go by the guidelines, do all the removal and everything by your state. You have to check in for your state when you do this, but you can. For where I live, from all the research I've done, you just have to do it just right so it's decontaminated. So that's going, and soon that's going to be my new bedroom. So that's where my videos will be starting to be filmed. We just have to finish getting all the materials, like the walls, carpeting, carpet pad, and insulation, all that, bagged and out, spray down with the chemical and whatnot, finished cleaned, and a HEPA filter and all that through the room, decontaminate it all, and rebuild. And I've been thinking of, because this is a fresh new room for me that I've never really been able to really have as myself, that's more to the female woman of who I am as a trans lesbian, as a trans woman. And it's something that it's going to help in the long run instead of having a room that's more masculine in between. Yeah, I just want more something that's, yeah. And the room's being done to my specifications, to how I want it. So, yeah. Other than that, everything else in my personal life is going good. Don't have the virus. Healthy. I'm just still waiting for my appointment to have, because the appointment's been set up to have an allergy test done for my ear issue, which they keep changing. Hi, kitty kitty. Alistair. But anyways, it's the name of the cat, Alistair. Anyways, they keep changing the appointment for my allergy test. Now I have to wait until next month, which it was supposed to be yesterday. Then it was supposed to be tomorrow. Now it's next month. So I'm like, really? This is kind of frustrating for me. But, because he wants to find out what my body's reacting to so he knows how aggressively to treat it. So he can get this finished healing up and get the eustachian tubes to be opened. So, yeah. And other things in my personal life, I've ordered some more clothing, which is going to take a while to get here. So I'm waiting for that, which I might show on camera. The dress, the whole outfit. It's kind of like a steampunk witch kind of an outfit. So, yeah, the dress, boots, socks, and whatnot, hat. It's going to be awesome. But, anywho, other physical changes with my body. I've noticed something very awesome with the bicalutamide. It's helping my breasts grow. For number one, which I wasn't getting this on spironolactone. So all you trans women out there, I highly recommend bicalutamide. I highly recommend that. Start out from the beginning of your transition on bicalutamide because you have better success with your physical changes, especially with your breasts growth, because all the studies that's been shown, the gynecomastia effects from it. So, yeah. And I've noticed my underarms. It's also affecting my underarms. The prescriptions I'm on. I haven't shaved my underarms for over a month now. And I haven't even found any hair. So I'm really happy about that. I noticed my skin is still as soft as it was before. My leg hair, you wouldn't be able to see it on the camera, but I noticed it's mostly on the inner sides here on both legs. I have less hair. I've always noticed it's more on the inner sides compared to the outer sides. The outer sides have more hair than the inner, which doesn't really make sense as it's been decreasing, which it has decreased some, a little bit. So, and it's been affecting my tummy tum-tums, the prescriptions I'm on. I think it's the progesterone, because I noticed the progesterone, I can't gain weight on progesterone. I'm one of the lucky women, trans women, and women out there who can't gain weight on progesterone. Most women will gain weight, but I haven't gained weight. Because I gained before, I gained all the way up to 124, 25 pounds. Then when I was switched to micronized progesterone, that shifted back down to 122. And now my weight's been around 120, 122. I can't gain weight. I don't feel my progesterone's off anymore. I don't feel my estrogen's off. And testosterone feels good. So that's affecting my weight that way. So this whole area, my tummy tum-tums area, it's flatter. It's much more flatter, even though right here my waist is last I measured was 29.5 inches. Yeah. About, yeah, 29. No, it was 29 inches. My bust was 38.5 when I last measured. So my waist hasn't changed. It's flatter, especially I notice more so in the morning. All this is much flatter because how I was gaining and there was more fat here. I still have the fat, but it's more flat the way it's shaped. And it seems like all my weight's gone to my breasts a little bit more. So I'm like, I weigh less. My breasts are bigger. I guess it's not about how much, it's not about weight, but measurement, I guess. So yeah, it's kind of shifted. And I notice my butt as well. It's a little bit fuller. Not necessarily the sides here rounded more, but it's more through, about right through this area. But it's not really full up here how I want it. Just, or a little bit wider here. But that's based on genetics and whatnot. Which I would love to have the top part a little bit fuller. But the whole shape that it is and the volume is much fuller as that shape. I think it's mostly like the shape is what I'm striving for and fuller on top. But it is what it is. I never had issues with my butt, how I felt about it. My hips haven't changed. They're still around 34 inches. 34, 34 and a half, depending on things. Yeah. Here, the hair. I still have the hair through here and here. Here is gone. There's a few along the jawline, but on this side, there's one about right here and under here. But I've noticed it's about every other day, every other day, about the hair there. The color has decreased some a little bit. So I'm going to have to get electrolysis soon. And yeah. So that's that. And no other physical changes. So the last thing regarding surgery, quickly, because with the surgery, I have to do two things before my insurance can go through. My insurance has to be pre-approved, and before it can be pre-approved, I have to have a consultation and both letters in. So I have to go see someone for the second letter, then have the consultation with the university hospital, submit both the letters, then the insurance can be pre-approved, then I can have the surgery. How much it would cover, I don't know. That's to be determined later. So that's on track there so far. And that's about it for this last month. Other than that, please comment, rate, and subscribe. Until my next video,